Ratch the Troll represents the common, ordinary, everyday person. He was a fun-loving, quiet, but helpful troll that was just everybody's good friend. Everybody knew they could depend on Ratch the Troll if they needed help with something. He was always there. He was easygoing. And so it was very difficult for me to think about ending Ratch the Troll's life. But also, I realized it would also be very powerful in the story if I ended his life because he was such a well-liked troll. So I had to incorporate a little bit of reality into my fantasy story. It took a lot of Kleenex and a lot of hot tea for me to write it, but in the end, I think it had a very powerful impact upon the story because when all of the other characters are gathering around Ratch and they realize that he has died and they give him a fitting funeral there in the middle of the desert, it makes them all realize that, hey, their life could be ended at any moment. And it was a sad event, and it was also an awakening moment to all of the other characters. It brought them together, and it fortified their effort to find the next piece of the crystal, and even more important, to stay alive themselves and survive the quest for the crystal. So that is why Ratch had to die, and I still miss him. Actually, I didn't know vortexes existed anywhere on Earth until I took a road trip with my husband to Sedona, Arizona. And there we discovered beautiful, gigantic rock formations that the locals claim have special energy. They say that this energy comes up through the Earth's crust and swirls into huge vortexes within rock formations, and that these vortexes actually emit healing powers over the area. Well, I found the idea intriguing, fascinating, and it sparked my imagination. So I decided to incorporate the idea of the vortexes in the imagination, Unveiled, the hidden realm, but I made my vortexes very different. I turned my vortexes upside down. They actually control the climate of the entire planet of the imagination, and they can also be reversed and made evil winds that can destroy the planet. So in the end, I find it fascinating what you can stumble across in life and what can accidentally spark your own imagination. Actually, growing up, I didn't know a lot about sports. My family was more arts-oriented. It wasn't until I married my husband that I was immersed into the world of sports. I've attended many baseball, football, basketball, all kinds of different sports events with him and enjoyed all of them. But attending a game and writing a game are two different things. So when I sat down to write the football scene in ImagiNation Unveiled, the Hidden Realm, I was feeling a little challenged. And I prepared to overcome that challenge by gathering information from friends and family, trying to remember my own experiences at the sporting events and the energy there and the fun there. And that's what I wanted to deliver to the readers of this story. So I dove a little deeper and I did some research on football. I still wasn't comfortable enough to write the scene. Something was missing. So one day in my car, I turned on the radio and there happened to be a football game on, and I listened intently to the game. Actually, it helped me concentrate. The radio helped me concentrate more than watching a game on television. So I listened intently to the whole game, and by the end of it, I had gathered some colorful sayings that the announcer used, and I felt like I had gathered more information about the game itself. So I took all of these things and combined them and sat down and wrote the game, determined to make it an accurate football game, a fun representative of what football is all about. And when you read the football scene, I sure hope you thought I scored a touchdown.